And we get the next day, next day, next day. These are built-in automatic. Suppose you have a list that you frequently use. Here's a list of departments within a company. It happens to be alphabetized. That's not any kind of requirement, but it's a sensible way to organize information. What if you've been using this a lot and your mode of operation has been every time you need this list, you jump to this file and go to this worksheet and you copy this and paste it somewhere else? All right, not a bad idea, perhaps reasonably efficient. But what if you could have at your fingertips this list and have it available in the same way that we enter days of the week or months? In other words, simply type in one of the entries, then drag from the corner and get the other ones. And probably in this little scenario too, you'd always be typing the ADC, which is the first name here, and then dragging it from the corner. What we're about to talk about is what's called a custom list. And you can take any list. Might be a list of people or inventory, your clientele, all kinds of different concepts here. Create the list at least once or be prepared to type it. In this case, it's already there, so I'm highlighting it. I'm about to turn this into what's called a custom list. Highlight, then click the File tab in the ribbon and choose Options. And in the categories along the left-hand side, choose Advanced. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll see a choice in here, Edit Custom Lists. Click here. Already built in are the ones I've referred to, the days of the week, the months of the year, and their respective abbreviations. And if we didn't have our list highlighted, we would click in the List Entries panel right here, start typing and pressing Enter after each one, but we have it highlighted. Let's import this. There it is. And it takes its place in the list. When we click OK and exit this dialog box, this list will be here with the other entries, potentially forever, till we take it out. And the list stays in your Excel settings. It's not a function or a creature of this worksheet. And so no matter which worksheet, which workbook you're working with from now on, this list is available. Once we click OK and OK. I know we're in this worksheet. We probably don't need it here. Maybe I'll go to a different worksheet. Here's an empty one. I need my list right here. For example, I'll type ADC. Now you don't have to type the first one, but most of the time you would. Drag from the corner. What are we getting here? And I don't remember exactly how many I have. I think it's about 25 or so. So there it is. You drag it a bit too far. Well, okay, it starts over. Not a big deal. Get rid of it. That's at your fingertips. It's available all the time. Now there's another list that you might have seen here off to the right. And it's not very large. And you might say, well, why would you need that? You could almost type it by the time you dragged it. Well, not quite. But there is another rationale for it. You'll notice this isn't alphabetized, but it is in, you might say, a somewhat coherent order. And as I go to the worksheet here called HR List, here's the reason you might want to have a custom list. I want to sort this data here by status. So I'll click in Column F and do it the fast way. On the Data tab, simply click AZ. The entire list has been reorganized, and we group them by status. And I'm happy. Although, wait a minute here, I'm saying G. You know, the contract people are ending up first. They're not bad, but why not have the full-time group appear first? They run the company. Let's have the full-time names first. If we did a reverse alphabetical sort, they wouldn't be on top. The hourly people would be. There are 4 statuses here. What we'd like to be able to do is sort this on the basis of a custom list. So back on the worksheet here, we've got this data here. Let's highlight this and make this be a custom list as well. Once again, the File tab in the ribbon, then Options, then the Advanced category, all the way to the bottom. Edit Custom Lists. We've got it highlighted. Let's just import it and click OK and OK. So back on the worksheet that has the database list, we want to sort this. No, we can't use the AZ buttons in this case. We must use the actual sort dialog box. We do want to sort this by status, sort on values, but we don't want the order to be A to Z. That's the alphabetical default order. Click the drop arrow here and choose from the custom lists that we have available. And sure enough, it's this one. Click OK. Click OK, and that's the order that we want to sort. When you find yourself saying, I want to sort my way, this is how to do it. Create the custom list. Now, you have to monitor or remember that you do have a custom list, and you might have a few more and a few more and a few more. And occasionally, you'll run into little problems when you're creating a list because a certain word might appear in both of them. The other rationale that we use for creating a list to quickly get it anytime we want. Probably we wouldn't be using this small list for this, but if you were setting up statistics over on the side here or something and you wanted a list of an employee count or a salary count or something, you might just, for example, I'm gonna drag this with the control key, just put the word full-time right there, and then drag down 3 more cells, and there are the other ones, so I'll put my statistics over to the right or whatever. So that's handy for that. But the real reason for you creating the small list here, the smaller custom list, is to use it for sorting purposes. And many times I think that's the more compelling reason. But over time, you want to remember that the lists are stored in your Excel settings, and you might forget that from time to time. And so if you occasionally want to go out to File Options, just see which lists you have out there. Again, it's in the Advanced category. Drag this down, Edit Custom List, just a quick look at your list that you have out there. If you need to make changes within the list, I think it's best to just get rid of it. For example, click here, delete it, create the new list somewhere, and then start over rather than somehow trying to edit this. So it make more sense to do it the other way. So 2 good reasons for having a custom list in Excel.